officially been maybe like 2 hours since I put my cookie dough in the fridge. And also I did end up getting a hat. I did not scrunch my forehead staring at my screen that whole time. It was just a few minutes, and then I was like, Gertie, you need a hat. I grabbed one of my hubby's caps, and I did not frown at my screen for the rest of the time I was out there. And I feel like I got so much done. Our office is back there, obviously, but I feel like the sun came out, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go sit on my laptop outside and just absorb a little bit of the sun. And I think being outside of the house on our patio sitting working, I actually got so much more done, because I feel like in the house I get so distracted so easily, whereas out there I was literally just me and my laptop, and I got so much done. I feel like I was so productive, which is very much unlike me. Unfortunately, I'm not a productive queen by nature. I need to try really hard to be productive, basically. Let me preheat the oven till 180, I think is good. Take the baking tray out of there, and let's get these cookies in the oven. It's like 1:30, and the one I had today was like a bite of yogurt and way too much caffeine, which is very much unlike me. I'm very much like a breakfast person, but in the same breath, we ate dinner so late last night. I had so much to eat last night. I literally woke up this morning still full, hence why I didn't have breakfast before I left the house. This is now going to be my lunch. I'm just going to prepare my baking sheet with some pepper. Delicious. I've made a version of these almond flour chocolate cookies so many times. They are honestly just the best in my opinion. Although I must say the dough is looking a little bit different today than it usually does. It's looking a little bit softer, which I don't know if it's the type of almond flour that I bought, but I'm gonna be so for real with you, I could not care less, because these cookies always turn out so good. In my opinion, almond flour is the best, like gluten-free flour. First of all, it's low carb, which we love, but it also just has the best texture. Like sometimes I cook with other like gluten-free flours, like an all-purpose gluten-free flour, but I just prefer the texture of an almond flour cookie, and then I know it's like high in fiber and all that jazz. But that being said, in this specific recipe, the coconut sugar is what makes it. Like if you have not baked with coconut sugar yet, I highly recommend that you do, because it gives everything this sort of like caramelly flavor. It is truly insane. Like it's truly the most delicious thing ever. I'm only going to bake up 3, and then I'm just going to pop the rest of the dough back in the fridge. Okay, the oven is still preheating, so I'm just going to let this chill here for a second, and then once the oven is ready, I'm going to pop them in. Then I will show them to you when they come out of the oven. These look amazing. I'm gonna let them cool for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be back to eat one of these humongous delicious cookies. I want to try a bite without milk, and then I am gonna have a bite with some milk, but let's crack this baby open. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I definitely feel like chocolate buttons that I bought are a little bit bitter. I don't mind it because the cookie pod is quite sweet, but they are very bitter. Like it's a dark chocolate. I think they were like 80% dark chocolate or something. I don't know if my husband's gonna love the super bitter chocolate, because he's like a milk and white chocolate kind of guy, and these are dark, a little bit gooey in the center. Oh, this with a glass of milk. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Hold on. This is truly insanely good. Not a bad lunch, even if I must say so myself. The thing I did while these cookies were baking is I actually went upstairs into our loft, because we have a spare desk in our loft. I actually packed up my sewing machine, so I think I'm going to try to sew something today, because it's only 2 o'clock and I finished all of my work already. So I think I'm gonna see what fabric I have, because I have a little spot in our house and I really want to put up a little curtain. If I have enough fabric for that, I'm gonna do that. If I don't, then I'm gonna go to the fabric store tomorrow and get some. But I think I have enough fabric. I just have to measure out the space and see if I do. Yeah, today has turned out to be a very wholesome day. Baked my favorite cookies of all time. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of sewing. I actually feel like I'm transported back to like 2023. So like I used to sew and bake all the time, but then I don't know, life just got busy and I started enjoying other things. But I think I'm gonna get back on the sewing grind. I had to go digging in our storeroom a little bit. I finally hit the sewing jackpot. Ooh! Found a basket of probably arguably the most important sewing supplies. There is still many more sewing boxes in the storeroom, but this is all I need for now. I finished my sewing and I ended up putting up my little curtain. I did, however, hammer into my thumb. So that's so fun. It's kind of throbbing right now. But basically the little window that I was trying to cover up is in our guest bathroom. Very random, but there's like a little half moon little window behind the light. It was always so awkward because there was this big gap there, and whenever you would go up the stairs you could like see into the bathroom. So it bothered me a lot because technically this is supposed to be our guest bathroom, but I would never wanted to expect guests to go here because they're gonna feel a bit exposed, you know what I'm saying? I put up the little curtain there. I feel like it looks really cute, and I also put up this painting that my mom did quite a long time ago, and I feel like it matches perfectly. So this is the current situation in the guest loo. So now instead of a big gap there, there's a little like ruched curtain. And then we've got this beautiful artwork that my mom did. And yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with it. I feel like it works really well. It's definitely not perfect, but until we can get like frosted glass there, I feel like this was a quick and easy solution.
Oh, so nice. Girlies. Hi. Hi, girls. Let's go.
I just got back in the car. I took the dogs for a walk this morning, which I would have inserted a clip of. It was so nice and relaxing, going for a little Newlands forest walk with my sister and the dogs. It is honestly one of my favorite things of all time. Now, I just stopped at Deco Fern. We all know that I love Deco Fern, and I feel like we finally hit that part of winter where it is like icy cold in our house, like you have no idea. And I really wanted to get a rug for our bedroom because waking up and putting my feet on that freezing cold floor was just not it, and I've been wanting a rug for so long. And I saw that Deco Fern had one on sale that is just perfect. I wanted a really plain, just like a soft shaggy plain rug. They had one on sale, so I came to pick it up, but now it is going to be quite a mission to lift our bed and put it underneath our bed, so wish me luck with that. But anyway, so I'm gonna go home now, and then I'm gonna organize our bedroom a little bit and see if I can do this on my own. If I can't do this on my own, then I'm gonna wait for my hubby to come home from work. I look like absolute trash right now, and I wish I could say that I got any footage of all of me setting up this rug in our bedroom, but I did not, because I had got a bit of a bee in my bonnet and I didn't wait for my husband to get home from work, and I decided to do it all on my own. So I lifted this whole bed. Our bed is very heavy and it breaks up into 3 pieces. The headboard and the base breaks up into 2 pieces. So I took the mattress off, which was a workout in its own right, and then I broke up the bed, and then what I found underneath our bed was truly frightening. I found so many spiders. Like, no wonder girly got bit by a spider the other night. There were so many spiders underneath this bed. Little ones, like slightly bigger ones, brown ones, black ones, like horrifying. Literally cleaning up all these spiders, killing them, spraying them with doom, vacuuming up all the spider webs while actively currently taking antibiotics for a spider bite. But anyways, probably should have waited for my husband to come home, but just me being the person who I am, I was like, I'm not gonna do that. So I did it all by myself. But we finally have a rug in our bedroom and it is feeling so cozy in here. Let me show you. So when you just come in the bedroom, this is what the rug looks like. It is a super like fluffy cream shaggy rug and it is so stinking cute. I do still have things on the side lined up on the edge because the edge kept like folding over from how it was in the wrapping. So I've got all these things weighted on this edge, so let's not look on that side. But I am truly obsessed with this rug. I feel like it truly adds so much coziness to the room. You will also notice that there was a little like cabinet there that I actually took out, and I'm actually going to put that in our loft where our like spare bed is, so that if we have guests they can put their stuff. And I just reorganized some stuff in our cupboard to put that stuff in there. Like, it's a little bit hard to see on camera, but it truly just adds so much coziness to this room. I literally could not be more obsessed. I really want to put a really big artwork above our bed, so that is next on my list. But yeah, for now, this is our cutesy little carpet situation. Honey. Tomorrow.
Thank you, doll.
Apologize for the very shoddy lighting in my bathroom right now. Probably would have just seen a clip of me doing a little bit of meal prep. I've just been on TikTok all day and I've been seeing all of these like overnight oat chia seed pudding, like high protein meal prepped breakfast things, and I was just like, you know what, I needed to do a grocery order anyways, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be that person about meal preps, the high fiber, high protein breakfasts and all that, because I'm gonna be honest, I've been really bad at eating a good breakfast, and then like 10, 11, 12 o'clock comes and I'm like ravenously hungry, and then I don't always make the best decisions, or I get to the point where I'm just so hangry and not my best self. So I've meal prepped some like overnight oat chia seed pudding things for me and the hubby. So tomorrow we will have to see if those are actually edible and yummy, and I really hope they are because I put a lot of good stuff in there. So I'm hoping they actually taste good. In the morning, when I have it for breakfast, I am going to top it with a little bit of almond butter and some honey and maybe some berries, just to give it the best chance at success. But anyways, not the point. Basically, when I was doing my grocery order, I also ordered some of this. This is pseudo cream. I think it's mostly known for being like a baby rash cream, like a baby bum cream, but I've been seeing a lot on TikTok about zinc oxide creams, or creams that contain zinc oxide, which is apparently incredible for restoring your skin barrier, and it's really good for like sensitive skin that just needs like some intense repair. And I've been really on my prescription retinol game lately. I've been really consistent with this, and this prevents me from getting breakouts, but at the same time this does lead to a little bit of increased sensitivity, especially in this area of my face. Like, I think my nose and around my mouth gets hit the hardest. I decided to give this little combo a try because I'm not going to stop using my prescription retinoid. I do take a break every now and then, but I'm not going to stop using it because it's the only thing that keeps my skin clear and baby smooth. Clear, which is the most important thing. So I find that you can layer these on top of each other, and this should really help restore the skin barrier, and I've heard so many good things about this, and you don't have to buy this exact one, basically any cream that contains zinc oxide, but I think they are most commonly found in like baby rash creams because it's restoring the barrier. I forgot to film this, but after I washed my face I did just put a little bit of this milky toner on just to hydrate my face a little bit, because otherwise my skin feels so tight. But anyways, now I'm gonna just put a little bit of this pseudo cream just around my nose. Oh my gosh, ghosty white, just around my nose before I go in with my prescription retinoid, because like I said, this is probably the most sensitive part of my face right now. I'm just going to use my regular pea-sized amount of retinoid, distribute that. I actually have a little bit more than a pea-sized amount, so I'm just going to rub that down my neck to the face. I was always super careful with getting it like too close to my under eyes, and then I spoke to my dermatologist once and she was like, no, you can get it right up under there, under your eye, because it's incredible for anti-aging as well. So she was like, don't neglect your eye area. Obviously be careful not to get it in your eye. You can get it right up in there because it's obviously going to help fine lines and wrinkles. I think I'm going to give my husband total jump scare. The videos I saw was people saying you should just go to sleep with like a layer of this on your face, like don't rub it in. I literally look like a ghost, but my skin is feeling very nice and moisturized. This definitely provided some relief around my nose. So I'm going to check in the morning when I'm getting ready for my Pilates class and show you girlies how I fade with this and how my skin feels in the morning. But to be honest, I have very high hopes because every video that I saw about this was girls raving about it. We'll check back in the morning. Good morning, girlies. It is currently not as early as it feels. 7:45, which is a very reasonable time to be awake. I've just been feeling the mid-year slump really hard. Anybody that I speak to tells me that they're also feeling it hard, so I've been struggling to get up in the morning. A little update on our pseudo creme nighttime adventure. I do feel like my skin feels really lovely this morning. I definitely feel like I could have put a lot more on now in retrospect. Like I think I should have put a thicker layer on because my skin doesn't feel as moisturized as I would like it to feel. I do have a couple crusties around my mouth also where the cream like crusted up, but all the videos I saw said you have to wash it off the morning after, so I kind of expected that. One note though, I like mindlessly rubbed my eye in the middle of the night and I got some of it in my eye and it was very uncomfortable. I literally woke up twice to come and rinse my eye out with water, so that was not very fun. So just be very mindful of that. I think I was a little bit too lax with putting it on my eyelid as well, so won't be doing that next time. I think I'm gonna do it again tonight though, because like I said, I don't feel like my skin's as moisturized as I want it to be, so I'm gonna do this again tonight. But for now, we're just going to wash it off, and I'm literally just gonna put some SPF on, maybe a little bit of concealer and blush just to make myself feel a little bit more alive. I don't usually like to do any makeup before hot mat, but sometimes I do, even though I know I'm gonna sweat it all off. My skin is feeling a lot less irritated. It's not feeling as hydrated as I thought it was going to, like I said, but it does feel a lot less irritated, especially around my nose. I want to quickly show you my skin. Please excuse, I'm still looking very puffy from waking up not that long ago, but I don't know if this will translate on camera, but when I say that my prescription retinol really does just make my skin feel like a baby's bum, like within a couple weeks of consistently using it, I immediately see a difference in my hyperpigmentation, in my texture. It's literally one of my favorite things of all time. Don't get me wrong, like I have so many amazing skincare products in my cupboard that I use and love and that do incredible things, but I feel like the prescription retinoid is just like the golden thread throughout my skincare routine that is just like the baseline, and everything else is just a bonus. So this is what the skin is currently looking like with just some SPF. Obviously this SPF has made me very dewy and very glowy. Very happy with my skin at the moment. That's why I'm willing to put up with a little bit of sensitivity from the prescription rate, because it's worth it. True some fashion, I decided to write my to-do list for the day while I'm running late for Pilates, but I'm gonna leave the house literally right now. I've been doing this lately where I write my to-do list out for the day, and that sounds like such a simple, stupid, obvious thing, but it has helped me be so much less anxious. So I'm kind of obsessed, and if my sister's watching this, I know you've been telling me to do this for years, but I needed to learn on my own that it actually works. But who would have guessed the big sister was right all along? I should have just been writing a to-do list. Unfortunately, I did leave my Stanley cup in my husband's car this morning. I'm gonna take this cup, although I'm almost 100% sure this is going to leak in my bag. Okay, not too bad. Mama's gonna be late. So I just got back home and I went for a little unexpected coffee date with some gal pals that I went to Pilates with, which was so nice, but it was a little bit unexpected, so I didn't plan to get home this late. Also, side note, I got my period about 20 minutes into that hot Pilates class. So I am not feeling my best right now. I was actually fine. I powered through. It was fine. But then about an hour into our coffee, I was like, I am feeling rough. And then on the drive home, which is only about a 15-minute drive, I was like, I feel like crap. Like, I am having the worst cramps of my life. So I literally just busted through the door, gave the puppy some treats and took 2 painkillers. So I'm hoping that that kicks in real soon. I am very hungry, so I think I'm going to try my little meal prep that I made last night, my little overnight oats chia yogurt situation. I do think, however, I am going to pop this in the microwave for literally just like 20 seconds, because the thought of putting something this cold into my body right now is making me feel some type of way. Feeling so rough. It is so cold. It's raining outside. It is so gloomy. I don't know if you can tell by my background. The house is so dark because it's so gloomy outside. So let's see if it's yummy. I'm a little bit nervous. I also packed this in my husband's lunchbox so that he could have this for breakfast after gym at work. And I haven't heard any feedback from him yet. So I'm thinking it wasn't disgusting. But I'll message him a little bit later today and see what he says. I'm going to put a few little chocolate buttons in this jar before I microwave it, because you know what? Dark chocolate is good for the soul. I don't know if it's good for my period, but it's good for the soul. These are 80% dark chocolates, sugar-free buttons that I got at Nude Foods. So let's pop this in the microwave, shall we? Top it off with a little bit of almond butter, and then some honey. And we're gonna give it a good little mix and pray that this tastes good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, okay. This is so good. New favorite breakfast officially unlocked. I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to be good actually. I think I might actually be converted to a meal prep girly because it's really good. Mind you, I'm not a oats girly. I do not love oats, but I think because this has so much like chia seeds in it as well, it's kind of giving chia seed pudding. I'm not getting that much like oat vibes from it. Okay, I'm gonna stop raving about this and start working. I'm having some major issues with my Wi-Fi, so I literally can't do anything. So let's unbox I don't want to say little, quite a large PR package together because it literally just arrived and it is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. So let's unbox it together. Okay, so when Edgar's Beauty reached out to me and told me that they were launching their own beauty range and they were like, can we send you some bits? I was like, girl, absolutely, I'd love to try some new makeup, and I love Edgar's Beauty, so I was like very interested to see what they're going to launch because this is now not one of the brands they stock, this is their brand. Why? This thing arrived at my house into this. This thing weighs probably at least, I want to say, 7 kgs, maybe even 10 kgs. Like, this is flippin' heavy. I have no idea what's in here. It just says, wake up and makeup with Edgar's Beauty. Huge. It's huge and it's heavy. And sometimes, like, PR packages come in, like, obnoxiously sized boxes. Like, they really do. But this one actually feels like it's full to the brim. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. It says top secret on here. This is a makeup case the size of my house. So insanely excited. Wait, let me put this down a little bit so we can get a first impressions together. I don't even know how to act. Like, I literally don't even know how to act. Okay, it says do not open until 8th of June. It's the 8th of June today. Okay, cool. So I'm not like spilling anything. There is so much stuff in here. Oh my goodness. I can see that something has definitely broken in here, which I think is natural in a kerfuffle like this. And see what is going on here. Ooh! Oh my gosh. Gorgina! Okay, so here it says, get ready to feel iconic. We've been sitting on this for a while, and when it came time to share it, you were one of the first people who we thought of. Oh! So here it is. The full Red Scare range, made to be used, played with, thrown into your bag, reach for every day without overthinking it. Products at a price that makes sense, that fit into your everyday. Take your time with it, try more than one thing, mix it up, build your version of it. Oh my goodness. They've got a buildable concealing foundation. They've got a lightweight moisturizing foundation. They've got a basically perfect primer. They've got a satin touch enhancer. Oh my gosh, so much stuff, so much stuff. Powder, they've got a loose powder. They've got a setting spray, eyeshadow palettes. They've got mascaras. My goodness, this is so exciting. They've got lip products. They've got lipsticks, lip glazes, lip balms. They've got perfume. What the heck? Okay. Argue the thing that I'm most excited about are these cream and powder blushes. Stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. But these, there's so much in here. Like, I literally don't even know where to start. here's like a shimmery bronzer and a contour. Gorgeous. So this is a powder blush, like a shimmery powder blush. Gorgeous. This is a powder bronzer. It did crack a little bit, but that's okay. Still gonna use her and love her. The eyeshadow palette. These eyeshadow palettes are gorgeous. Also, might I add, all of these products have mirrors in them, which is such luxe packaging in my opinion. Okay, this is a makeup remover balm. I've never seen anything like this, so this is very interesting. But I love a cleansing balm, and I feel like this is basically a cleansing balm in a stick form, which is Shine On Glow Stick. This on like your décolleté in the summer is going to be stunning, gorgeous, beautiful. Ooh, and then we've got 3 liquid blushes. This one is really calling my name. Actually, this one too. But look at these gorgeous liquid blushes. These are giving Charlotte Tilbury. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Ooh! Oh my lord. They sent me all the foundations. What? I'm definitely gonna have to give some of this gorgeous, beautiful things to people that I know because I can't possibly use all of this. It's actually a little bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. I've also got lip stains that look absolutely stunning. Tons of different lip stains. Lip oils, Velvet Touch matte lip wands. We've got eyeliners. Got these very, very fun, like illuminizing skin enhancer products. They look almost like a glowy base product. Very excited to try these. This lightweight moisturizing foundation looks very intriguing to me. I'm definitely gonna have to make a TikTok trying all of these products because I feel like it's a little bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy. There's so much in here. Like when I tell you they sent me so many shades, foundations and stuff, like I can't even hold them all in my hands. I'm a little overwhelmed. This is a little cuckoo crazy. The loose powders are literally giving Huda Beauty. Like I don't know what else to say. And it even comes with a powder puff. What the heck? That's gonna be the theme of this unboxing, is what the heck. Mama doesn't know what to do with all of this. So I just finished a full face of the Red Square Beauty by Edgar's and I'm thoroughly impressed. I think the only product that I didn't like was the mascaras out of everything I tested, and I did a full face. Like this is all Red Square by Edgar's. Like I tried everything. Only the mascara was a miss for me, but I did upload a 2-part series because it was a lot of makeup to get through on TikTok. So if you want to see me do this full face, definitely go check that out because I'm thoroughly impressed. Just a little like price range if you are wondering about that. It's giving very much Essence pricing, so very affordable, probably the most affordable makeup on the market, which is very impressive for the quality. So yeah, I'm super duper chuffed and I feel like this is a very pretty face of makeup. Only thing I will say though is I do feel like a lot of these products are going to suit me a lot better in the summer because it's just like that tad bit too bronzy for me, especially in the winter when I am this pale. Other than that, 10 out of 10. Currently just past 8 p.m. and my hubby came home from work. We ate dinner. He took a little power nap and then he actually went off to our church because they're having like a men's evening thing at church, and he's gonna go meet some of his friends there and go to that. So I am all by my lonesome this evening, so I decided to come sit at my computer and see if I can get some work done. Because of my little impromptu coffee date this morning, I didn't get as much done today as I wanted to. Also, let me address the elephant in the room. I'm totally aware of the fact that my hair looks cuckoo crazy right now. It's because I took a shower and I just let my hair air dry, and this is what it looks like when it air dries. So love that for me. Planning to go to bed late by any means, and I shouldn't be anxious that I didn't get everything done on my to-do list today because quite frankly, like I still have the whole week to do a lot of things and I don't have that much work to do this week. So I don't need to be anxious. I am just, the only thing I'm feeling a little bit anxious about is I did not answer everyone's emails that I wanted to answer. So I'm a little bit upset with myself about that because I really wanted to get back to people that emailed me on Friday today, because today's Monday, but I didn't. But anyways, it's literally 8 o'clock now. I can't do anything about it now. Besides the point, I'm currently airdropping some videos to my computer because I want to edit on my computer because it's just so much nicer to edit on my computer. And I'm gonna do that for the rest of the evening. I also made myself a little electrolyte creatine drink. I usually like to drink this straight after my hot mat classes, but the day just got away from me and I forgot to drink it. And there's no like stimulants or caffeine in this, so I technically can drink it. In the evening, it's just rooibos extract, creatine, magnesium, obviously sodium for the electrolytes. It's just a nice little concoction. And I've been feeling so dehydrated because I definitely have not been drinking enough water today, and I went to hot mat and I sweat so much in that class, so that's on me. But anyways, I'm gonna drink this now. This is my favorite electrolyte of all time, and if you are a woman or a man, but if you're a woman and you're not drinking creatine yet, get on that girly pop because it is so good for you. Go do your own research, but there's so many studies that back it for women as well, and not just the gym brokies. Girly pops also need to be drinking their creatine. But anyways, I'm gonna be drinking this now. Literally just tastes like iced tea. So I crave this, like I literally crave it. Also, how stinking cute is my glass? No surprise home. So freaking cute. But anyways, enough yapping. Let me get to work. I'm about to go meet my sister at a coffee shop because we have to basically figure out what we're gonna buy my dad for his birthday, because it's my dad's birthday on Friday, and I feel like there's just something about shopping for a dad so hard to shop for, truly. Just because I feel like he has everything that he needs, and he's just the type of person that when he wants something, he buys it for himself, which makes birthdays really, really hard. No idea what to buy this man for his birthday, but we have a couple ideas. We just have to get together, and we just decided, like, we haven't seen each other in a couple days, let's have a cup of coffee while we figure out what we're gonna buy this man. Also, his birthday is really close to Father's Day, which makes it even harder because now we have 2 gifts that we need to shop for. Let's get going because I'm gonna be late. Meeting my sister at this new little coffee shop that we discovered. It's not a new coffee shop, but it's new to us, and it's called Moda Deli. It's in Woodstock, and it's really, really stinking cute. Oh, I'm just driving like a cool crazy person. The coffee's really good. They serve one of my favorite roasteries, coffee called Cedar Roasters. So yeah, absolutely love. So let's go have a coffee and yap with the sissy. This is actually just a good excuse for us to like yap, truly. And we both wearing brown.
On Saturday.
That's really the one I have to go, and now I
fear I am having a really bad case of the uglies right now, and I know it's all in here. Like, it's not a physical thing because I've been working out, I've been eating good, my skin is feeling top tier, but I'm just feeling a little bit like a pale, ugly little gremlin at the moment, and I don't think the slick back bun is helping. But anyways, let's do a full face of makeup together because I desperately need to feel like myself again, and I think sitting here yapping and doing my makeup is going to do exactly that. Another side note, I have also been in a very weird spot with my hair lately. As some of you may know, I haven't been getting my regular trim, like my bob trim. I feel like would make me feel better, but in the same breath I'm kind of wanting to grow out my hair, hence why I haven't been doing anything to it. I've just been getting my highlights retouched, which is another facet of this conversation because I want to be so blonde. Like, I've literally been seeing pictures on my Pinterest of like platinum blonde, like the root, the scalp bleach, and I just want to be really blonde, and I think that might be a little bit delusional. Next time I go for my highlight touch up, I am gonna tell this man that I want to be blonde. Like, how blonde can you make me? Let's move on. I've already got my sunscreen on. I've been absolutely obsessed with this Laneige sunscreen for the longest time. This is my second tube of it. I don't know what I'm going to do when this runs out because she is a pretty penny, and I just got really lucky that while I was still using my first tube, I got sent a second one in like a little bundle gift, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful. So I kept this one as like my backup, but now I officially had to crack her open and start using her because the first one's finished. This did last me a really long time though, because I do alternate between SPF, but this one is so good under makeup, like you have no idea. Actually enjoying this new Edgar's Beauty lightweight moisturizing foundation. It is a little bit too dark for me though. Like, I would argue just like one shade too dark or a little bit too warm for my skin tone, but I do really like it. Like, I really like the coverage. I feel like in the summer you can kind of see, I don't know if you can tell, but that is just a little bit too dark. But in the summer I think this is going to be my foundation, but I'm so sad that I can't use it right now because I mean, I am using it. I used it the other day and it looked fine, especially in the winter when you're like covered up completely, but it definitely doesn't match my body. Like, girl, you need to be blending this down the neck. But I'm gonna use my Catrice Skin Like Tinted Moisturizer, and this is nearly finished. Like, I need to go buy a new one because I've been using this so much, and this I feel like is my perfect shade when I am pale. This is the shade 020N, so this is a really nice neutral shade. Of that brands are coming out with really nice like different undertones lately. I obviously can't speak about the darker shades and if those are good as well, because I don't know, because I don't use those, but the lighter shades have definitely been killing it lately, Essence and Catrice. And I know I keep saying like, oh my gosh, I'm so pale, I'm so fair, but I'm not saying that in like a negative sense. Like, I don't not like being pale. I haven't been fake tanning for a reason. Like, if I really hated it that much, I would have just slapped on a little bit of self tan, but I've actually been really enjoying my fair skin. I've been liking the way it looks. I've been feeling really healthy. Like, obviously sometimes I do look back at my older videos where I was like tan and blonde and I'm like, wow, she was living her best life. And maybe I will do that for like a special occasion, but I don't like that I was getting like dependent on it. Like, I wouldn't feel beautiful if I wasn't tan, and I do feel like I've overcome that. Like, I truly feel confident in myself, she says, as she literally started this clip with she's having the uglies. But anyways, I digress. I do feel confident in my pale skin 90% of the time. Also, I'm on my period right now, so into consideration and have a little bit of grace. Okay. Truly, every time I use this bronzer or this contour, I'm reminded of how good it is. Literally my perfect shade. Again, Catrice, if you ever discontinue this, I'm going to be very upset. Which I might be jinxing that because they do that all the time with my favorite products. Just a little bit. Guys, yeah, I think I'm literally just going to do that. Also, I have not been sleeping long, so I think that could also be why I'm not feeling my absolute best. So don't know what that's all about. I think my circadian rhythm is all like messed up because I'm not sleeping well in the evening, and then I sleep a little bit too late in the morning, and then obviously the evening comes, and because I slept late in the morning, I don't sleep well again in the evening. It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, that one. Blush. This is again the new Edgar's Beauty range, and they have these new little blush palettes that they brought out with a cream and a powder. Shade specifically in the shade Cherry Note. So good. And these creams blend out like literal butter. So good. I'm yet to use the powder like properly because I'm not really a powder blush girly. But maybe today I'll set it with a little bit of powder because this powder blush is really light. Like I don't think it's going to like add too much. Tiny bit of powder, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna kick off the excess on the back of my hand. Skin has been so dry lately. The winter man. As much as I am a autumn winter girly, the winter has been rough on my skin for sure. Powder blush. Super duper subtle. It's a very nice light shade, really pretty. I like it a lot. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my NYX butter bronzer just on my eyelids, just to give them a little bit of dimension before I go in with my mascara. I always forget how crazy pigmented this bronzer is, and then I do go a little bit ham. I'm gonna just go in with a little bit of setting spray. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. And now, because I want my lashes to look amazing today, I am gonna sit here for the next 6 years and apply layer by layer of my tubing mascara. Mascara is done, and also I don't know if you can tell on camera, this might be a very random little side note, but I've been using a new eyelash serum lately, and I really feel like it's doing something for me. It's the one from this like K-beauty brand at Clicks called To Vegan. I recently did a skincare campaign with them, but one of the products that they sent me was a lash serum, which I don't feel like is really skincare related, but I've been loving that freaking lash. I mean, I've been loving a lot of their products. Like I literally have their SPF spray in my makeup bag because I use it to top up my SPF. This is so good. Their cleanse is so good. Their tone is so good. Like all of their products are so good. They are a little bit more on the pricey end, but I would say this and the eyelash serum has been my favorite, which is like not saying much because I love all the products, but just in terms of like effectiveness, really enjoying this and really enjoying that lash serum. And I actually feel like it's doing something. Like when I was just applying my mascara, I'm like, oh, my lashes do feel like they're getting longer, and I've been using it for about like 2 weeks, so if that tells you anything. Let's do a little bit of lip liner, and then Girly Pop needs to get working for the day. Really loving this Catrice Gel Glide lip liner in the shade Toffee Talk. So good. And then I'm just gonna go over that with my clear vanilla lip balm from Laneige because my lips are so dry. Also, I feel like this lip liner does so much that I don't feel like I need another like colored lip balm. The top of it, although I must say like anything looks good on top of this lip liner, to be honest. Like I've used it with almost all of my like lip glosses, lip balms, and it just looks good with everything. Gertie is feeling a lot better than when we started, and now I really need to get started for the day.